I'm coming. I'm literally putting my belt on. It matters. Not sure about y'all, but your pants not falling off matters. Matters to me. Brad didn't kill stuff. That didn't happen because of me. You're ridiculous if you believe that. I know it's hot. I'm not new to this, Hank. It's not my first rodeo. Act like I just started streaming yesterday. Joke's on you. I started Monday. Phoenix, sometimes I do wear pants. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. I don't know if I'll ever be able to recover from this horrible life decision. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Who's ready? Who wants the bad news first and the good news if we find some? I'm wearing pants. Oh my good, guys. I'm wearing pants. See, pants. Pants. Assuming jeans count as pants. Jeans count as pants? Jeans, they're just, they count, okay? The bad news, yeah, the bad news is I'm wearing pants. Y'all are an odd bunch. Has anybody ever told y'all that y'all are just weird? Like, has your mom or dad ever just said, I love you, but you're an odd one? Yeah. Y'all are goofy. I was 15 and can't reach Rund for the quest mission. There are other places I can go to complete it. No. Do you have Cadet Scotty? Put Cadet Scotty on your ship. That should give you the warp range required because Rund does not have a far warp range. I'll actually check what it is real quick. It's not far. Pull it up real quick. It's warp 25. So if you got a max Cadet Scotty, which is level 15, you might, which is +5. I guess it is cutting it close. Today is this is not fancy, y'all. Look, I'm not sure where y'all are from, but a dress shirt and a vest is not fancy. That's anyway. So the bad news is your AMS that was planned, your heroic Armada AMS, is canceled. And what's coming in its way is a leaderboard. Now, I will let y'all decide in your minds why they would do this. Why could they have decided to do a leaderboard? But the SMSs we were semi looking forward to are being replaced with a leaderboard. So, yay! Woo! Yeah, that's wedding wear in half the country. Man, that says a lot about half the country. Like, do y'all want me? I have several suits. I can go put a full suit on, but never button the top button. I actually like the top button personally. I actually do. I like it. It helps me be different. Just like I'm one of these weirdos who has a ton of puka shell necklaces. I just like determining my own style. Usually I wear a bow tie though. But so anyway, we have a leaderboard coming out tomorrow instead of your heroic SMS. So plan accordingly with your alliance. To me, this is going to drive participation down, which really sucks because I was actually enjoying the Cardassian Armadas. Now, me being in the rank 1 alliance, I'll see if I'm able to still get some goodies from it, but I will admit I'm not very happy about this decision personally, And I do want to get y'all's thoughts on what you think. Some of you might not care at all because it was a heroic SMS. It was going to be very hard to complete. Heroic SMSs are not gimmies. So I don't want to sit here and like perpetuate this idea that there was a super easy event coming tomorrow. We are going to have it and I got pulled. It was going to be a heroic SMS for Armadas, which most people don't like anyway. But still, to not even have an option now and going straight leaderboard is very upsetting. And no, there will not be a coinciding. You're not going to have a matching SMS with it. So it's not like the heroic SMS got pulled or the heroic SMS has a leaderboard coming with it, which I wouldn't mind. It's just the leaderboard. So yay. What type of leaderboard? It's an Armada leaderboard. So yeah. Puka Shells is a 2004. Yup. Sure is. Sure is. I actually have 4 of them on my desk. 4 of them on my desk and a wig. So you know what? Rev makes his own fashion. Rev makes his own fashion. So easier to ignore. And I hate that too more because honestly, I was looking forward to the SMS. Like the heroic Armada one, I was. And like if they would have brought the Galactic Armada pack, I'll be honest, tempting $100 to spend to do the SMSs with your alliance. I've enjoyed the Armadas for Cardassia. You know, I've enjoyed building my rep up. I'm not sure where everybody else is at, but I'm at 1.2 million rep. I'm favored. I'm going through the research tree, really enjoying the research so far. Definitely something that I'm pushing everybody. Hey, make sure you're doing your research every day. I'm focusing on certain paths in my research. I'll even show you where I'm at in my research, but in my star-based tree, I've gone to assembly efficiencies and I'm just banging away at this efficiency one. It's going to make the research better. And then I'm going to start banging away at ISO emulsion efficiency. I'm really enjoying that, man. It's just frustrating for that pull to happen. And I'm not like blaming anybody. I mean, this is obviously a decision that comes from high up to do that type of thing, but it's still annoying. It's still really annoying to me. And just leave things how they are. Just like we haven't talked about this because I don't know really what to do, but for many players out there, they took away your California class event. Now you may not be aware they did this, but the California class event, I had taught people to farm it. If you remember that 10 BPs you got about a week ago, that was to get rid of your ability to farm this event. They sent you the 10 blueprints so this would cancel out. So if you were sitting at 9 out of 10, like you had done 9 of these and not all 10 that were available, event's gone forever. Now I hadn't done that, so I still have mine. I'm still going to farm it. So Scopely, I'm not even going to tell you how many blueprints I've gotten from this event. So feel free to give me a whole damn Cerritos. But yeah, that was so crummy. Like it's just like I realized that the event was never intended for that, but like not even a communication, not even them coming out and saying, hey, we realized that players are doing this, but it was not the intention. So we're going to make sure we fill up, we're going to top you off, and we're going to complete the event for you. Like not even a word about it. I realized that I was promoting a strategy that was not intended. So I can't get too mad when it gets changed, but I can get really annoyed when it changes without word and you try to like goose it up by slipping it in with all the gift chest. And y'all remember that's how it happened. We had like 3 gift chests that day. And that was one of them. Like we slid it in with all the good stuff so that nobody really paid attention. And I'm really unsure how to really address that. Like I can't really come out and make like a damn you Scopely video because, well, Rev was teaching a strategy that purposely tried to take advantage of an event. But the way you handle it was so... Rev has thoughts. Oh, Rev has thoughts. And I know DJ's asked about it, but there's no point in asking about it. There's no chance they're rolling back on. So that's just... I don't know, man. Like I have such mixed feelings that there's so much good that I'm really struggling to love. Oh gosh. Anyway, I gotta start that research. Sorry, distraction. Scopely loves to fix player beneficial issues ASAP, yet those issues that negatively affect players they drag their feet on. Exactly, like the stat copy issue I've talked about. Like when you're in Armada and the stats copy down, that can be problematic for players. We've been reporting that for years. Not a problem. As soon as the Gala thing came out though, patch it fast, knee-jerk reaction. And that does really get on my daggum nerves. It really does. Like I understand things in the games, maybe not going as intended. We need to fix those. Cool, understand it. But the way things get handled this month are just really annoying, you know, just like grinding my gears, like to be cliche. Grinding my gears. Someone higher is a jerk, eager to annoy players. It doesn't make sense as to me why they're so antagonistic towards their players and paying customers. Yep. Oh, thank the baby Jesus. We've got the exocomps working. The exocomps are working. Yay, I don't have to go manually apply them. Yeah, I agree with you. Oh my goodness, look at it. It automatically activated. I'm so happy. I think I already got that one. But oh, that makes Rev so happy. I had 2 days that it didn't work, and that makes me so happy. Now I can't even find out the exocomp though. Oh, son of a biscuit eater. Oh, there we go. I need this one. Does anyone scope play the game? I can tell you all the people that I work with play the game. Eco plays the game. The arc runners that I play with play the game. I don't know about the upper levels though. I don't know about the upper levels. There we go. Now I just need the third one. Where's that third one? Ooh, I just want to get the Apex. Dang it. Never mind. We're weirdos going to get it. There we are. Need this one. Good morning, Ryan. Did I miss any discussion about the value of the treasury this month? I did a whole video on it yesterday. So, my opinion, great treasury this month. Fantastic treasury. Fantastic treasury this month. You get the current best, if you have a battleship, the best PvP officer in the game, and then another cargo officer that's useful. So, tremendous value for me. No, speaking of things that they've not communicated well, we still don't have the path for the free-to-play Manus. Now, Eco is sick right now, so he's under the weather and not able to like jump in. But hopefully we can get some answers in the near future. All right, got that active, and now we can start hunting those Apex. See if we can find them. You're 40 short of 4,000. Have to wait until next month. Well, no worries. Hey, it happens. There's the Apex. But yeah. They have 3 months left to figure out how to technically tell us somehow. Yeah, I know. It's annoying. Is STFC Scopely's only game? No, Major Smith. They actually have several other games, including several other big titles. Like they have Marvel Strike Force, which makes right around as much money as this one does every month. It's a very big game. They've got the Walking Dead game. They've got a WWE game. They've got Scrabble Go. They've actually got several games. Sir, Kentucky Fried Chicken. You see me going after this Apex. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. You're fine for stealing ore and Barclays mess. I'm keeping my rods. That's fine, Steven. Like packs, the treasury is always going to be based on like, what do you need? Is it valuable for you this month? I think it's a great value, but just because I do doesn't mean that's necessarily what you're needing at this time in your gameplay, and that's okay. You know, but in terms of what the treasury is exactly what it's supposed to be. If you're at the $100 level, it's 150% of a $100 pack. And now this has got, if you are a spender, it's got 2 full unlocks of important officers. And even if you're the $5 free-to-play player and you're using your free one and you've got the $5 value, you're getting half of both officers, which is giving you enough to unlock, this is important to me, Strike Team Una. So the free-to-play, if they've opened it, if they saved up their rods, and this is the first month that most free-to-play who started from scratch can do it, they just got Strike Team Una. That's good. That's good. So, yeah, and if it doesn't work for you, just skip it. And look, the good thing about those sealing rods is as long as you don't form them, they stay. Now, here's the thing, just to remind you, if you had a broken desealing rod and you formed it into a regular rod, you have to use it, okay? You have to use it. You cannot sit on it. If you create the desealing rod through your recruit tab, I think it's in the recruit tab. Yeah, I haven't done mine yet, so I can't see it. You got to use it. It does not roll over. You can't use it the next month. So if you make the rod, you've got to spend it. Just FYI, you will lose your rod and you will come to Rev or DJ pissed off saying, hey, can't do that. So if you have a free unlock, don't turn it into a rod until you're ready to use it. Then use it. Okay? Spare the rod, spoil the fun. There you go. Whatever strategy we need to say about it. Why is the rod mechanic in the officer recruit section? Honestly, why is anything anywhere? Like, why is the Mantis, why Why is the Mantis turn-in thing that we have? Ooh, Apex. Dang it. Get over there. Get over there. Why is the Mantis turn-in for the beacon in its refinery and not in the claim chest with all the other turn-ins? Like, we got my optical diodes, got my tetraions, got my transwarp cells. Why is the Mantis one in its own refinery? I mean, what if you bought a rod? 0. Also, same thing. Rods do not last to the next month. So if you buy one, you have to use it this month. It does not stick around. So use it this month. Use it this month. Cerritos was like trigger setting, either 10 completions or building it. I got to 100 last week and still got the quest. Okay. We've explained how it works, Joseph, and you've been here when we've explained it. The event was designed to give out 10. They did put out a gift chest to offset that, but if you had gotten like 50 in the battle pass, then that event doesn't go away just because you've unlocked the Cerritos. I'm Ops 34 and just reached commended with the feds. I thought I would see Kelvin BPs in the away team stop. I don't. Any ideas why that is? So if you go to your faction, you got to be commended, but what level are you? Got to be what level are you? So you are level 34. It's impressive that you've reached commended, but you can't see any of this and start working on it until you're closer to the level. So drawbacks. Dang it, somebody else got the Apex. Are there going to be other events that will provide broken rods, just short by 20 rods? No, I mean, the only thing that you have left this month is the overflow. So you have 2 primary ways to get broken to ceiling rods every month. You have the BP overflow events. Where'd it go? You got the BP overflow events where obviously nobody is close to finish yet. We'll give you 360. And then if you happen to have, and you probably don't, your 30-day chest, if you have enough photon tokens, you can turn and get it here. But that and the free pass, the flash pass are the ways to get your rods. So no, nothing's coming within the next week that's going to give you like a secret sauce. Secret sauce. I'm not going to use them, but could we ask for a reset all button for officer presets? We certainly can. Just because Rev doesn't use them doesn't mean that nobody else uses them. Like, I understand that other people use the exocomps. Uh-oh, I got to go find one. I'm sorry, not exocomps. See, that's what I get for doing several things at once. Oh, I need to get this Apex no matter what, but I'm missing the, I think he's going to get it first. Where's the pew pew one? I need another exocomp for this. Anyway, yes, the officers understand that there are plenty of people who use them, and we can definitely pass up any recommendations for that. Can I skip the 42 ships as a free to play without going mental? You can. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can definitely do that. All right, so we're going to see if we can find not that one, not that one. Oh my gosh. Can you please spawn the exocomp I need, please? Come on, video game. Don't forget the trick help for the 7-day chest is to redeem them in a 2-1-2 fashion to get the most in the shortest amount of time. You can. Honestly, don't worry about being that efficient on those chests. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Thank you. I don't worry about them being efficient at that chest. Hey, Fabio. Good to see you. Good to see you. Server 187 didn't get anything for missing incursions. Help. I don't think anybody who got left out got anything. I don't think anybody did. So. Oh, by the way, let me show y'all customer support so y'all can believe me when I'm saying you that somebody wanted to make you mad. Y'all want to see how even customer support is passing this around now. Oh my goodness, I got to go activate another exocomp. These short timers they got on them is also something you got to stay on top of. And this one, let me go to here, put this picture up. Look at this beautiful one from customer support. So if you were doubting Rev, here's Scopely's official position. Thank you, Chess. This is the official position regarding California Classic event. Thanks for contacting us about missing California Classic event. We do apologize for the delayed response. We're receiving a high number of tickets. As per check-in, we sent 10 Cerritos blueprints from the compensation chest on the 7th of September. Please know that this is also counted as one event completed, and this is the reason why it's not showing up on your end. We intentionally took away your event, and you had to ask customer support to find out why. That's just so shady, man. That's just, look, I get it. Rev was teaching a strategy that Was not intended. And I understand that, but man, that's so shady. Why do it like that? That's so shady. Oh my goodness. Like, I understand it. And I would have been like, you know what? I get it. I'm not mad. But it's so shady to do it like that. Like, tell the people, just come out and say, hey, look, we get what y'all were doing, but this was not intended. And we're going to send this out. And I know their argument's going to be, but if we told people, then they wouldn't collect the chest. Look, man, it's a video game. Y'all have ways of stopping things from happening. And it's so shady. It's so underhanded. Like, I get it. I'm not even mad about the removal. I'm just mad about how they did it. Because and as Maxenheimer says, it wasn't a ridiculous amount of resources. It's not stupid. I mean, you just saw one of my redeems for the California class right there. It's not redonk payouts. I'm level 43 now, but look, I was only going up to milestone 3. So I was doing what? I was getting an extra, there's 49, 29, and then 20. So 49 and 49. I mean, is me getting 98 extra 4-star uncommon crystal offsetting the economy that much? I guess it was. Because that would be, you know, what? About another 1,000 a year. Wow. Oh, man. Holy crap. They're getting 1,000 uncommon 4-star crystal a year more? Better slow that down. That is just overwhelmingly OP. Anyway, that's just, look, I get the logic. I just hate the method. I hate the method. That's not even a single research that I've got right now, to be honest with you. I've got multiple researches that are well over that crystal. So. The rewards from 3/4 of the Calais are such a small thing. Scopely just comes off as penny pinching misers taking it away. 100%. And I've been debating making a video on this. Again, I can't make a video of me like being irate that it happened. It's just how it happened. Like, I get the logic. I really do. But it's so silly. So silly. What do you think of the new skins? I love them. I like, if we're just talking about if you're willing to spend money in the game, I like that those skins are 20 bucks. I think they're a good value for what they are. And they're not like game breaking. They don't make you just like super powerful, but they're beneficial. They look great and they're 20 bucks. So. I mean, it's nice. You don't have to spend it. Like, you're not going to spend that $20 and notice that your enterprise is now like a 4-star ship secretly, but it is good. And it definitely helps. It actually makes it easier for you to stack because you don't have to worry about your mitigation as much in terms of like your bonus percentage, like if you're a tier 4 ship. But yeah, I mean, it's worth 20 bucks. The Augur one should be in the store now, I believe. The Enterprise was last week. This week is the Augur. I didn't buy the Enterprise one, but yeah. All right, game, are you freezing up on me? Game, are you freezing up on me? Chill out, game. Chill out, game. I think I'm gonna have to reboot. Oh, it's in the store tomorrow. Yeah, it's the 15th. Thank you. The 15th. Not that my store would open. Apparently my store's broke. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the 15th of the Augur comes out. I apologize. This is the 15th. So yeah, anyway, the Augur skin comes out on the 15th. If y'all are looking for something, yes, it does work. We have math checked it, and it is useful. It's not game changing. It's just really cool. Lag's been horrible. Lag has been pretty bad. It has. Even for the PC client. Even for the PC client. Is cloaking for the ISS Jelly okay, or is it ridiculous like cloaking for the Enterprise? The ISS Jelly cloaking is like the hardest to get. It's not important to me. Like, I can't honestly think of a situation where I would use the ISS Jelly cloak. But I mean, it's there. Again, it goes down to personal preference. If the ISS Jelly is like a ship you actually use for PvP and stuff like that, go for it. I don't use that. I don't see the point in the ISS Jelly cloak. So, good evening, chill out. Good to see you. Is Major Disconnect Part 2 supposed to only have one assembly medal? You'd have to point me to that so I could take a look at it. Have to like send me a message with the link to the set. I like to see a favorite officer marking position and sorting for them. That's actually a good idea, Ken. I appreciate it. But yeah, if you're PvE Victor, then you don't need the ISS Jelly cloaking. Now, I can tell you that the cloak could be useful in Armadas. Like, cloaking could be useful in Armadas. That's not what wait, is that a person hiding under that? Ooh, that's Apex. Is that a player ship hiding underneath there? You got no loot, but that's a neat little hiding hole you got there. Neat little hiding hole. Am I tripping about them owing another comp chest that was supposed to come at the end of the week? Payto, they combined all the comp chests into one. So I don't think you're going to get that. I don't think you're going to get that. An officer, a mining tag. I also want to be careful though, Ken, that we don't overcomplicate the game because it's already overcomplicated as it is. I think too many tags can do that. Like, do we necessarily need all those tags? I can understand having one set up where we individually mark something like what you're saying, a favorite button, but having all these extra tags, I think is just creating clutter. I mean, y'all know who the miners are. Y'all know who the miners are. Kyle, you know daggum well, an inter-alliance trading system is not on the books. Come on, Kyle, you've been playing this game long enough. You know that. That would reduce too much purchasing. Our server has the Apex on 33 is frozen. We can't kill it. Have you seen this? I mean, I've heard about it. Hasn't happened on my server. Best thing I can do is say put in a ticket. If you've already got a ticket and you have a ticket number and they've not taken care of it, forward that to me. And please don't say you made a ticket like 2 hours ago and then send it to me. But if you've made a ticket, they still haven't addressed it, send it to me. I'll try to push it up and see if we can't get somebody to take care of it. Because I realize that the Apex is the meta. Like, that's the strategy we go for. We're trying to get the Apex hostiles to spawn. I mean, hell, that's what I'm doing right now. So hit me up and I'll try to get it taken care of for you. But there's a hostile script they can run that resets them. And that's just what they need to do. I don't remember if customer support can do that or not. If Ripper was around, I could probably ask him. But they do have a way to fix it. It's just actually getting somebody to getting a real person. I know this is incredible to think about, a real person to go and make a fix. Sometimes a customer service bot can't do that. Surprised they don't auto run that during maintenance. They do auto run some things during maintenance, and the resets like that and the node resets do get automatically run. But we're in the middle of the month and things have been breaking here in the middle of the month. So, you have the inside information too. Meta 7.8 bug is being worked on. What bug is that? What bug is that? I know inside information number 2 needed to work on, but not number 7. Apex, yay! I'm glad nobody's in this system right now. It's actually really useful. Get my pure crystal updated real quick. Pure crystal, and let's head back into that station tree because I got to finish getting these pures done. Wait, pures are in the galaxy tree. My bad. Pures are in the galaxy tree. I've got pure gas, pure crystal. So it's pure crystal. There we go. I'm gonna have this maxed out before I hit. Keep leveling up. We'll have something in the Swarm Armada start to show up. Swarm Armadas? That's gonna be the first, basically when you get the Franklin A. So the 37? They're right next to Fed Space. I can show you where they're at in the map. If you come up here, Fed Space, see this little set right here? The 39s, I think the 37s do too. But here's the 39s, have them right up here. Rewards are terrible. Honestly, don't recommend running these. Only run them if you're like 2 shards short of Jayla. Launch them and see if you can get Jayla. Yeah, I knew there was, yeah, thought so, Graduate. Okay, thank you. There's some of the 37s extra ROM space as well. 37s extra ROM space. This one. Random idea, what if material nodes were infinite so that AFK players, non-active players always go OPC? I think that'd be cool, but I don't think infinity is not a number that you can program. They just have to make the node stupid large. But infinity is not an actual like number they can program. Yeah. I'm level 30 now and didn't get the chest. I'll be able to farm the event when I get there. What chest, David? What chest? If you're talking about the Cerritos, you can only farm the Cerritos because the event only lasts 10 times. Like the event was designed to give you 10 Cerritos sets of blueprints to finish off the show. So you'd have to find a way to get the blueprints from another place, like an event store. If you don't get it from an event store, then you would just get your 10 from the event and it would automatically go away. You know what, y'all? I think I might do a special video today complaining about the Cerritos thing. I wasn't planning on doing a video today as well as my live stream, because I'm also streaming tonight, by the way. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a video like, look, I might. It's not going to be anything flashy. There's not going to be like rev jokes and like fancy things. Oh, Jesus. Thanks. Got OPC hit. It happens. It does suck. I just have to come back and do it again. Oh well. Enterprise cloaking. How much did I have in my protected cargo? Because I've got to get more. Oh yeah, we've got to just go back and start over. Oh well. The benefits of streaming, y'all. The benefits of streaming. Biggest issue with FCFC is a bunch of dumb millennials trying to fix tailor a game primarily played that are Gen X. Kindness, that's not literally true at all. It's not true at all. It's not a bunch of millennials designing and making the game. That's not true at all. I don't know where you got that. Also, millennials are smarter than Gen Xers anyway, but that's not true at all. That's like just pure frustration coming out. That's not accurate. That's not accurate at all. No row stipulation? Crazy. Row is stupid. And if you follow row, you're an idiot. Okay, you're not an idiot. But row is stupid. And just like Rev doesn't care, you shouldn't care. OPC is OPC. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Suck it up, Buttercup. Says I can farm actions without getting hit. Doesn't feel stupid to me. If I'm on your server, Joseph, I'll hit the hell out of you. And I don't care what your stupid row says. OPC is OPC. OPC is always OPC. You'd love to get rid of row. It's annoying. Agreed. I enjoy not having some stupid complicated row on my server. Very happy to not have that. I think I'm going to randomly go kill a couple things in Soul. If you were paying attention, you could sting an attacking ship if you're fast enough. I mean, I could have stung that, but I wouldn't have won, so I didn't see the point. But I saw the Enterprise coming. Well, he kind of decloaked right next to me, so I saw him, but I think he had already started the battle animation. Hey, Draco. Have you told about the Cerritos cooldown bug? Sometimes the cooldown gets stuck at 0-0 and you have to restart it for it to work. I mean, yeah, but that's just... to me, that's just a normal Scopely error. I don't even count that as anything special. All right, so we got Apex. We're going to pick up our exocomps first. And, of course, literally no exocomps are spawned. Are there no exocomps at all? Oh, my goodness. Love this game. Love this game. Mind sharing the best crew for 41 Swarm without Jayla? Pipe and Rotalon. Or Strange New World Pike, Strange New World Spock. I mean, get Jayla. Golden rule really is what needs to be for Row. Not really more complicated than that. Yeah, I mean, look, if you're OPC, you're OPC. Suck it up. I don't see the point in crying about it. And what they'll do is if they keep doing it to me, like while I'm streaming, then I'll just do it when I'm not streaming. You want to come serve forward through Discord and help us with an agreement with a reasonable route? Nope. I am not. I'm not going to get involved in a server's politics. I have no interest in getting involved in a server's politics. Y'all can decide amongst yourselves what's right for your group. There's no one right answer. There are some servers that stupid and elaborate rows work great. There's some servers where they don't work at all. So, why is anyone complaining about Row? I think there might be hurt feelings. Report to file somewhere for those who like Low. Hey, there's a lot of people who love it. It's not for me, and it is what it is. So, I prefer things how they are. Surf 4-3 definitely suffers from row creep, more addendum each month. I mean, yeah, I used to play on that server. If it works for them, fine. If not, you reach a point of frustration where you make changes. But I don't want to get involved in the server's politics. Like, it's not my job to come to you and tell you how your community should play. In terms of, like, politically speaking. And that's also the thing, Charles. Like, the person who hit me with the Enterprise, y'all saw, he was an enemy. He was from an enemy alliance, so. All right. These XOs just stopped working again. Why do I feel like they just stopped activating again? You were doing so well. You were doing so well. Hey, Marcus, how you doing? You never experienced road discussion until you visit Server 34? Man, I've been a part of a lot of road discussions. And believe it or not, there was a time where Rev pioneered a lot of road discussion on Server 20. I am a much different player than I was that day. I'm a much different player now. People stinging you while you're grinding Actian is annoying? I don't know. It doesn't bother me because if I'm grinding that with the Mantis, I have such a massive bonus. No big deal. But it could be annoying if I was not doing that. Like if I was grinding with a 4-star ship or something. Got my kills in. Let's go get this. Let's see if we can, is that Apex still up or do we already hit the Apex? Did we hit the Apex? Also, just in case, where are you at? There we go. Get you there, just in case. More questions, bring them in. I gotta say that I'm like manually activating the Mantis Exos more than auto. Dude, I don't get that, Mr. Flibble. That makes no sense to me. Why would you like that? Let them auto activate and just grind. Oh my gosh, I hate manually activating. Why? And look, here's why I hate it. I think I have to click too many buttons in this game as it is. I hate having to manually click every 3 minutes, like 6 buttons to activate all my exocomps. I would much rather them auto activate. And what I do to keep them active is I just spam the ones that drop exos. And that way I don't have to worry about it. I would rather the auto work 100% of the time than to have to deal with manually turning these things on. That's what bugs me. And look, I get that other people see it the other way. It's just one of those things that's hard for me to see the disadvantage of the auto. Hey, Jean-Paul, thank you so much for being a member. You just hate it. It's finishing my Cerritos event. Yeah, I really dislike that. I really dislike the lack of communication on that. It feels so crummy. Should a free-to-play get the treasury if they already have Strange Tuna? Again, that's up to you, man. 100% up to you. I can't make that decision for you. I can only tell you what the value is. The value is good. It's up to you to decide if that's what you want. Manually makes it easy to not have to zoom in and search. But then you still have to go through like 8 clicks in 30 seconds to get all of them activated. I mean, is sitting at this level really that painful? Like, this is the zoom I have to be at to see the exos. Is it really that painful? I mean, I guess it obviously is to some people. It obviously is to some people. To me, the auto activation is far superior. The auto activate worked 100% great, but since it's not, I'd rather activate them myself. That's fine. I mean, I get that part. Now that logic makes sense. Like, hey, we're used to Scopely's things not working right, so I would rather just do it myself because I don't trust them to make it work right. That I get. That I can get. But yeah, just for me, it's an inconvenience, and I already get annoyed by the amount of like clicking and things I have to do in the game. So I don't like all the clicking. So is the Defiant going to be a skin or another paywalled ship? Probably a paywalled ship, Robert. I'd be surprised if it's not a paywalled ship. Be okay with auto activation if I could tell which ones had expired already. True. Any new clues for who the spy is? Nope. Keep in mind that the spy thing is 3 months long. I highly doubt anybody's going to figure it out in 2 weeks. Highly doubt. That being said, y'all need to make sure that you are not sitting on your rods. Make sure you're spinning them. Make sure you're spinning your rods. Weren't you just here earlier? I feel like you were here earlier. Hey, Moflo, how you doing? Oh, how did I do against that Enterprise, by the way? Cloaked enemy. Excuse me, what is this crew? Sir. No, sir. Jesus, if I would have known that was what you had on, I actually would have stomped you. Holy shnikes, Batman. Think they're going to add useful stuff to the event store? No. This is not an event store, y'all. I had to go through the same discussion with y'all with the Ferengi. This is not an event store. It's like a Dabo table. You just had an event store month. You do not get back-to-back event store months, everybody. It's not an event store. It's just a Dabo table. It's not an event store. So you're not going to magically get all the ships you need and all the currencies. That's not what it's for. Every month to be an event store, no chance in hell, and you know that. Absolutely no shot. No shot. It would never do that. Chill out. Event store is just the generic spot for collecting things. That would be like saying that Cosmic Cleanup has an event store. Does Cosmic Cleanup have an event store? No. That's just where you go to pick up your Cosmic Cleanup. Just because it's in the bucket doesn't mean it's a full-fledged event store. It's just sitting in the bucket. Is the feature refit worth it? To me, no. But again, personal decision. What if it identifies as an event store? I don't care. It's not an event store. If you went for a weapon cosmetic, which one of the most impact? Literally any of them, because they all work everywhere and they all stack. I see the weapon skins as like a collector's thing, like where I need all of them. And if you get all the damaged ones, well, they all stack on top of each other. So, is there not another Apex? Is there not another Apex? G5 Armada's next arc? Draco, you and your whale problem. We'll see. It's fluid some days, it's an event store, some days it's not. Nice, Zero. Feature refit or Discovery? I wouldn't buy either. The Discovery looks the best. I mean, it looks really cool. Out of value, I guess I would say Discovery, but the only reason I have the Discovery skin because it looks really freaking awesome. That's what got me. The Discovery skin looks awesome. Like, look at this. It's gorgeous. Look at it. It's just freaking beautiful. Section 31 versus default. Default with like the boring gray. I'm a fighter jet in the U.S. Navy, or Section 31, sexy and sleek. It just looks freaking amazing. Does plus 20% weapons damage outside Chronicles Armadas? Yes, it does. It does. It's just a blanket 20% damage boost research, essentially. Is there another? I need another Apex. There he is. Accidentally made the ceiling rod last month and didn't use it. Now it's gone forever. Scopely won't replace it. What's up with that? Joseph, that's why I try to warn people. If you make it, you better use it. It does not roll over month to month. We've said that ever since it came out. We try to warn players. They do not roll over. If you get a rod, use it. It is not something that goes into your inventory. It is not meant to be long lasting. It's meant to be used as soon as you make it. So same way if you buy one. That's why you have to immediately go redeem it. So all we can really do is just tell players that and repeat it every time it comes up. If you make a rod, use the rod. Now I see him coming this time. Probably shouldn't see him. That's just a glitch. But I do see him. So. Bye-bye. No loot for you, buddy. Enjoy that wasted token. And recall, and I can actually do my turn in, and I'll just go do it again. I just have to wait till after stream now since they're stream sniping. But that's why we had him sitting right there. Will the isolator data chips be used as currency past this month? Yes. From what I've been told, yes, they will. That doesn't mean that what you're using them on now will be the same as next month, but they will persist. Nick, I do have a video that I need to put out about Miles O'Brien, probably coming out tomorrow, but I haven't done it yet. But probably coming out tomorrow on Miles O'Brien. Got so many different things to mine and stuff. Thoughts on the idea, a Defiant Mayflower skin for Mayflower for 26 cloaking? No. Not only would they never do that because they'd make no money off of it, but also I would hate for the Defiant to just be a skin, especially for a low-level ship. Especially for a low-level ship that nobody uses. Still spending my eyes on currency. Don't trust Scopely not to mess it up. I'm not saving it. I'm not saving it. Spend that junk. Like, I've been looking at the store, and like I'm looking at projectile skins that are Skelly and Torpedo and everything, and maybe just going like, hey, waste it on an avatar. But yeah, I'm not saving nothing. Your Mayflower scraps would be prettier. Yeah, your Mayflower scraps would be prettier if it was a Defiant, but I would be legitimately upset if they wasted the Defiant on a Mayflower skin. Couldn't the Defiant be done in similar fashion to the Enterprise D? You mean just make it a level 60 ship? Yeah, I would say that's probably what's going to happen. Also on Claw as captain for the Mantis, 20% critical damage and an impulse boost. It's a really small damage boost. Really small. Even for critical. So not a huge fan. Level 80 maybe? Yikes. So not only will we skip level 70, we go all the way to level 80. That gives Draco to pay something to pay for, right? Draco listening to the chat right now going, I hate all of y'all. The Enterprise D skin for level 34 or for the 34 ships broken in a damaged version. So the only thing that you can make an argument for that is that the Defiant would be a level 60 ship, and then you had like a USS Sao Paulo skin or whatever the other Defiant class was the cadets ran. So exactly, Draco. Go home to your hot tub. Exactly. Love you, buddy. By the way, you haven't messaged me on Discord as much as you used to, so I'm feeling like you don't love me as much. So come give me some love. Low res Defiant, let's go. Yep. Gotta love the low res ships that we've been dealing with for a while now. Oh man. So only unlock Strange Tuna. What battleship crew would you use with her? I would use her with, depends on what I'm fighting, but Strange Tuna, Honor Guard Wharf, and honestly, who you got? Better question. Who you got? Been busy dealing with a logistical nightmare at work. Owner of Fubard, a DOE rollout, and I'm trying to save the company. Well, you're an extremely important person, and that sounds like an extremely important job, but still, I'm important too. And I need you, and I love you, and I miss you. And me and the kids just want you to come home. Me and the kids just want you to come home. Do hope you get it handled though, Draco. And I appreciate you being here, especially on company time. Strange Tuna mean you don't need Marcus on Augur for fighting explorers. I would still use Marcus because it makes the battle even quicker and better. But for the moment, yeah, you don't necessarily have to have her. One thing that you see a lot of people running to counter the Strange Tuna is they'll run mitigation with critical builds. So they'll run like Jarvanik, Gorkon, Honor Guard Wharf or something. So 5 of 11 as captain can help keep your mitigation up, or you can run an anti-critical build with Strange Tuna on the sides, like TOS Uhura as captain, TOS Kirk, and then Strange Tuna. So I'm predicting that Mirror versus DS9 is the counter team for Strike Team. That'd be really cool, Brad. Really cool. Be home for Christmas with some blood wine. We like to hear that. We like to hear that. We love blood wine in this house. I'm not actually going on my way. For station combat, how do you think it will work? Single ship attacks, like attacks on the base, or Armada style combat with timers and multiple ships? I would think this would be a great, and this is just me thinking out loud. So y'all don't go and be like, oh, Rev's dropping hints. I don't drop hints before the month is out. But I would think that Alliance star bases would be the best place to finally focus on PvP armadas, which is, if y'all remember, for those of you who've been playing the game a long time, y'all remember that originally the PvP armadas, or armadas, were like a PvP idea / mechanic. That was the original thing. That was the original thing. And Paulo, you are right. I did forget to share that we went live on the Discord. Whoopsies. Worst things have happened. But I don't know if that's coming now, but I would say that that would be a great idea to make that into a team thing. And like if you destroy their star base, there's like a timer, or there's a repair cost or something like that. But then it comes down to like, what do you get as the reward? Because obviously star bases don't have like G4 in them and G3 in them. So what would you be raiding and stealing? I assume things like the currencies we've seen, like the plasma and everything. But that's what I would hope. Like I want star bases to be something that you have to defend and do things like that. They have 29,000 store loot. You bought a pack. I mean, I've got the battle pass and the elite monthly pack. PvP armadas would be okay if the directors were plentiful. Again, it depends on how they set it up and what the rewards are. Like if you look at what's in your star-based inventory system, and let's just say in theory, all of this was raidable, then there's some value in running armadas. It just depends on what you could actually get. If it's just collisional plasma and just magnetic plasma, really not that big of a deal. But this is where our star base is right now, up to level 8. We're up to level 8 on our star base, but you can see all the different docking ports we have unlocked and done. And like here is your plasma processor. That's what the plasma tax we were talking about, and DJ did a video on. Then you've got your alliance reputation, your diplomatic relations section, alliance rep bonus by X%. Then we got over here, this one right here, we got the tactical deck, Cardassian station damage bonus. Be cool if that did something else besides that. Then we got these, which are our plasma harvesters. And then we've got the plasma vaults and the other harvesters, the magnetic harvesters and the magnetic vaults. This is where our alliance is at the moment. Get some lucky ISO chip pulls from the orbs pull. I've also got, I've gotten multiple pulls from the orbs pull too. So hoping that starbase would be something that alliance member bases can dock on to make them harder to target to raid. I don't like that idea, and it doesn't even make sense. What do you mean docking a starbase to a starbase? That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. How would that even work? Explain it to me like I'm 5. Explain it to me like I'm 5. We can't even look at our starbase. We have some error on our server. Also can't do research that requires starbase modules because of the error. Really? I've not heard that one before. That one's new. That one's new. You can put one connector onto another connector and boom, bigger station. So we're just making these things like modular now. 2 million. Ah, I need to get up there. See the liberation though. Rapid damage dealt by Federation ships during a territory capture takeover. I don't really care about that, but I do want to get to all this. Definitely want to get to increased Cardassian loot. So many different things to go through. These are a little expensive though. So, and this one is super valuable. Oh man, I don't know what to do now. For this, I have to get all these though. I have to get all these. But the metal efficiency is like the key one. That's the one I want to make sure I'm going to. And then I definitely want to get here. Definitely want these three. I mean, this tree is so good. I really love this tree. I'm torn, y'all. I'm so torn. I'm gonna start these up here because I need to move further down the tree, but I need to do that too. But I'm saving it so when I hit 2 million, I can go and do number 6 there, because this is the main one I'm obviously going to focus on early. 24, 28, just because that's the tree I'm focusing on. Is anybody else having a problem loading territory services? Yes, that is a known issue. Waiting on them to fix it. No ETA on when, but it is a known issue. Clear localization, maybe? Have you tried turning it off and back on again? But anyway, the metal efficiency is my focus, and the ISO efficiency is very, very important too. And I'm torn between them. I am trying to get through a lot of my research. I know there's no events going on, but honestly, Rev's just trying to catch up. Rev's been falling behind on research. So I need to finish these efficiency researches because I'm pushing to 46 over these coming months, and I'm finally making that decision. So see, by the way, we were talking about how much crystal earlier. Look at that. 1,600 for one research. Blah. 1,600. There's a research SLB if you wait until midnight. Yeah, that's the daily SLBs are mad at me. I never really focus on them. But I can go collect my dilithium generators. Look at that. Oh, man. Oh, look at all that yummy generation. That was fantastic. Was it good for you? It was good for me. It was good for you, good for me. Yeah, exactly, Tiberius. 23,000? Man, I'm so glad when I have these researches costing 100 million dilithium that I just got 23,000. Wild. I mean, that's got to be the best mechanic in the game. Yeah, exactly. Everybody in chat's like, yay, generators, woo! So glad they exist. Just a reminder, y'all, we will be live on Twitch tonight. 7 p.m. is when we set. I might start a little bit early, but 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So y'all come hang out if you haven't already. Need to find a raid? Well, that's the thing, Harrison. I've been raiding more in the past few months than I ever have. It's just I've been blowing through a lot of research. Like usually what I was doing before is I was doing like one research a day, just enough to finish my dailies. And I'm like sitting here going, you know what? I'm falling too far behind. I need to go by these faster. So now I'm trying to go through like 3 or 4 researches a day. So I'm blowing through dilithium. Now, some of my other resources I have plenty of, like I've got plenty of par steel just laying around. Like I've got over 1 trillion in par steel between raw and tokens, but dilithium, that I'm starting to run low on. Like it might seem like, oh, well, you got 4,000 of those 1 mil tokens. I promise you that I could blow through that in a week and still not have all my researches done. It's just, dilithium is becoming a pain point. Late to the party, but I had been saving Armada direction for today. Not going to spend on the leaderboard. I can't win. Mike, I agree. I don't like the fact that they changed it to a leaderboard. Me and DJ have both brought it up to them. We've complained about it. And I don't want to say it's falling on deaf ears. It's just not going to change. So I've got 1 level on each research in the Starbase tree, with the last 5 being the exception, but I get them before this weekend. Then I'll focus on efficiencies, ISO mining, and Armada exchange loop. So Cayman, I get that, but if you went through that entire tree without doing the metal efficiency, you've wasted several thousand metals. You know what I mean? That's kind of why I'm harping on that metal efficiency one first, but I also want to keep research going there. It's just where you're at. I also I'm starting to run a little bit low on my superior loot, but I've got tons of the regular loot. So I need more superior loot. Remember, 1 trillion deal and 1.2 million latinum during that Cisco auction. Wow. And how many points did you score? Out of curiosity, Charles, how many points did you score? Oh, wow. They're goofy. They're goofy. Discord, or not Discord, our Alliance chat could be a lot of fun. I boosted my 3 epics to T5, T5, T6 and left me broke. Nice, Victor. Nice. 7.4 million and got 5th place. You spent over $1 trillion lithium and only got 7.4 million points, Charles. That is wild to me because I scored like 10 million points. I got 7th place and I scored like 10 million points. So here's where I'm at with my officers. I am 89 out of 110. Maybe I got 5th place like you. I'd have to go look, but I'm 89 out of 110 on Cisco. 89 out of 110 on Cisco. And I don't remember how many shards are left for me in the battle pass. I don't think I'm going to end up with Cisco, but I've got O'Brien. I'll make a video on O'Brien. But Cisco, 16 more. Yeah, so I'm not going to get Cisco. I'm not going to get Cisco. The Armada SLB is tomorrow. Did research instead of ships. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I didn't do any ships, but I did. So I pushed up 1.5 levels. I went from 42 to basically 43 and a half. Like I went to 43, but I've also already done all my docks. I haven't done the guns because the guns take gas and I'm low on 4-star gas. But I did all the guns. I've done about half my buildings at 43. So I have my shipyard, my hangar, my academy, working on those, almost where I can get up to the next level of my treasury. So I'm trying to slowly progress through that. From the recruit SMS, you're right, Sean, you're right. The recruit SMS is still there. Assad had 6th place and 20 seconds left to finish 11th. Wow, Capital L. They did a lot of leaderboard sniping. There must have been quite a few people who were really trying to go for those points. Were you doing the same thing, or had you like blown your load completely before you got to that point? History stories are interesting, but they have the characters coming off as complete jerks. Don't remember them portrayed like that in the show. Well, maybe they're doing that so that they can talk about there's a spy in the mist. Maybe they're doing that to talk about there being a spy. 6. These. Efficiency is important. Use only the ones you need to use. Like, let's go start another research real quick. Station. What was I doing in station? Look at all these things that I've still got to catch up on. Look at all of them. Prime survey materials. I gotta get survey pure to lithium. Oh, look at that. See? All these things that need gas. Building efficiency. And we'll do this. Because I still don't have that maxed out. So we'll start working on getting the accelerators to 10. Yeah, I mean, Cisco was a jerk. He literally did try to commit genocide because of Eddington, which, by the way, I loved the Eddington and Cisco feud. It's one of my favorite parts of Deep Space Nine. I thought that was really good writing. And it's one of the reasons I like Cisco so much, because he was not this perfect captain. He wasn't Jean-Luc Picard. And I love that. Why not more recruit officer SLBs during Arch? Simple answer, Paul. They don't make money. That's the simple, honest answer. They don't make money. So even though I love the Ultras, it's hard to get them because they don't make money. I even hate saying it, but it's the truth. All right, somebody's going after that one, so I'm not going to be rude. No, Tiberius, nothing on that, man. Like I said, I had a meeting with them about the new elite packs. That's not going to be something that's moved on very quickly. Cisco or Ducat? Probably Ducat. I mean, I love Cisco as a captain, but Ducat, in my opinion, is the greatest Star Trek villain of all time. So the Ducat storylines, no matter which storyline, was fantastic. And I love Cisco. I think he's a fantastic character. But Ducat is the greatest villain in Star Trek history. Cisco is probably not the greatest Star Trek captain in Star Trek history. So because of that, I have to go with Ducat. To me, he's the pinnacle of villain. So, and the great thing about Ducat as a villain is there are several parts in his arc that make you actually want to side with him. To me, that's a sign of a good villain. The villain should not always be the guy that you 100% hate. The villain should be somebody that you can empathize with and makes you want to choose evil. That's a good villain. That's why I love Ducat. Like, there are times where Ducat's saying things, you're like, holy crap, this dude's right. Maybe he should run Bajor. Just saying, like, he had a lot of depth to his character. He wasn't like this just pure magnanimous evil. And I really loved it. Ducat got super weird at the end. I love the super weird twist ending to D Space Nine, but only because D Space Nine was a super weird show. I liked it. Adam says there's nothing in the store or in the battle pass that pays the store currency. Come on, Rev. How on earth do you have 29,000? Everyone, my lot's 13. I've already said that. Pulls from the thing and then multiple packs. Adam, didn't I just get on to you last week for every comment you make on everything being negative? Stop being negative, Adam. Stop being negative. Oh, he's a little evil trying to make his cult all commit suicide. No. I'm not saying that every decision Ducat had wasn't like evil. Like, he has definitely these pure evil moments, but I'm saying as a character, that's what made him my favorite Trek villain. Is there are moments that make you go, hey, Ducat was right. Ducat was right. It'd be great to have two versions of Cisco. His character changed dramatically from the beginning of the series to the end. Oh yeah, Cisco with hair versus Cisco without hair, two completely different characters. I mean, Cisco in season 1 is, I don't use the word cringe, but needed a lot of development. Season 1 of D Space Nine, I'm convinced that if season 1 of D Space Nine was to launch now, would not have gotten another season. It would have failed. But DS9 turned into an amazing series. Late show DS9 is your favorite Trek? Yeah. Seasons 4 through the red, like, basically get little less than halfway through, DS9 becomes my favorite Star Trek of all time. But Nathan, I did send it to the overlords. Again, all I can really do as content creators bring things up to their attention. There are some things that are intended. Some servers didn't get the jelly event, some did. And I passed up the servers that didn't get the jelly pursuit event. And didn't hear anything back. They need to remaster DS9 like they did TNG. I agree. Short answers, I've been told that cost-wise, it's far more expensive to do that than it was for TNG. Doesn't mean I don't think it should be done. Like, I really think it should be done. But that's the logic that was presented. I think I heard you say the ISO chips will carry over the rest of the arc. So if we unlock the projectile, should we hold event currency versus spending on mat? Here's the thing, Nick. What I was told was the chips should roll over, but you might not see the same things in preceding months. Remember, there's a new arc runner every month. So even if the currency is still used, it could be something completely different. So if you just sit there and sit on it, or you're hoping to get something over the course of 2 months, don't plan for that. Don't plan for that. Not that there's really anything that crazy in there anyways. A couple of skins and a couple of projectiles. But why they switch arc runners? You'd have to ask Scopely that. But every month is a new runner. Now, as if y'all followed my show and you follow the live streams and some of the updates we provided, they do now have not only a primary arc runner, but they've definitely got like a second running with them. So that's hopefully going to help with a lot of this in the future, but you're typically going to have a new arc runner every month. Now, doesn't mean that like you get one arc runner, they only do one thing a year and you never hear from them again. They also work ridiculously hard. Like we talked about the one last month, pulling in 16-hour days and stuff. You can't expect them to do that for months at a time. And, you know, they're going to need a break. And the one that is working with this month, you know, It's been 10 o'clock at night and I've been talking to him before. So, you know, they need to have that break. 20% damage refit, worth it. All the projectile refits are worth it. Now, are they great individually? No, but they do accumulate, they add up, and they all work together, so I like that. In Captain 39, all I need to do is push to get my tier 6 auger to tier 8. It's sitting on my photon tokens for when I go up. Do you think that's wise? So, Steven, your 30-day chest does change when you hit 40 plus. So if you've already got what you need, like resource-wise, then it does make sense to do that strategy. I'll crush my hopes. I'm still waiting to spend your Klingon Easter tokens. I mean, if we've learned anything, it's better to spend and get caught with, oh, they're still using this, than to sit on them and then have things going for months. Because you bring up the Klingon Easter tokens, and I do this all the time. I'm going to bring up my Batleth. Let's see if we can find them. Where's it at? Where are they at? There's my gummies, my salvage parts. Look at all this extra crap I got sitting around. I still had 700 Talon Darsec somehow. Where? That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for... Where is it? Where's that super old currency I had? Where's my super old currency? Am I just passing it, not looking? Oh, there it is. Elite Battle of Tokens. The Act of War rewards. If I remember correctly, this was January 2019. This is when they ran the Separatist event. This is the Klingon Civil War in 2019. That's just, why do I have that? Why do I still need that? Why do I still need that? I got all kinds of stuff that I've forgotten to redeem. Ice loot. Yeah, I've got tons of stuff. Missions I never redeemed. Yeah. Let's recall you. I've been spinning to unlock projectiles and only need about 3 more pulls for my last one. That would leave me with only mats or useless avatars to spend on. So think old is better for next month. Up to you. Again, I don't know what next month looks like. I mean, for all I know, next month is it's just literally an avatar. I have no idea what next month is going to look like. So y'all got to make that decision. Y'all got to make that decision. There we go. So it's wild that they're really freaking about the California class event, and that milestone just gave me more 4-star crystal than the California class would have done over a several month period. Congrats, Pa. Are you excited about it? What are I'm assuming you're going to do it this month, right? That means you're going to get Strange Tuna and you're going to get Barkley. Cisco, yes or no? As in the carrot? As in the carrot? Pa, congratulations. I hope you enjoyed it. I think this is a good month to have your Deceiling Rod proc. The officer, I mean, he's a good officer. I have a video on all of them. I'm going to do a video on Miles O'Brien probably tomorrow. So we talked about today doing like a special video about the California class thing getting pulled. If anybody happens to have a screenshot of that gift, send it to me. The gift chest. I know the gift chest literally just showed 10 California class BPs. If anybody happens to have a screenshot of that laying around, I'd appreciate it. I'll go ahead and make a video about that today and talk about more issues in communication and why things are annoying and explain to players, yada, yada, yada. I need a black market mechanic. We've asked for that for 4 years. I agree with you. The old currencies, since they're not going to clean them up, should do something funny like make the old Tribbles currencies keep multiplying. That would actually cause lag problems, so don't give them any ideas. That would actually cause problems. Oh my goodness. They need a black, oh, I just read that one, I'm sorry. We get Cisco Rev, 6 more shards available from the mission IMS and the BP overflow. Well, I'm not probably going to finish the BP overflow. Random Rev Deuce fact, I have not finished the BP overflow in several months. I typically kind of like take off is not the right word, but I just don't feel pressure to play every single day hardcore. Just don't. There's some days I miss it and I'm okay with that, but that's a personal choice. I had to explain the espionage events to some alliance mates because they had no idea what was going on, lack of communication. all I can say is, yes, I agree with you. And then 2, tell them to watch Rev Deuce videos, because I put out a video on that a couple days ago. Put out a video about that a couple days ago. And I know content creators should not be the only source of knowledge and information, but guess what? Sometimes I am, and I'm just trying to do what's best for all of y'all. Nathan, big question is, what level are you? Because you will not see the main storyline missions unless you're level 34 or higher. They're locked, or level 35 or higher. They're locked behind a level wall, which, yes, go ahead and get out the way. I do think it's stupid. I agree with you. Just letting you know how it's working. Thank you, David. It's not, I'll be honest, I'm not skipping because I'm like spending more time with family, though I do have a, so here's my schedule, y'all. If y'all have ever been curious, content creator schedule. So I get up at 10 a.m. my time, and kids have gone to school, and I start working. I will continue to work till a minimum of 10 p.m. any given day. I will take a 1-hour lunch break, and then between the hours of usually 4 and 6, that's my family time with my kids. Now, once midnight comes around, or 10 p.m. comes around, then it depends on what day it is. So like last night, Tuesday nights are a little bit easier for me because I know I stream on Wednesdays. On Wednesdays, I typically don't release a video, which means I don't have to go through editing. But tonight, I do have to edit because you have a video that needs to come out tomorrow. So on nights that I have to edit a video, I'm usually up till about 2 or 3 a.m. That means I'll work from 10 to 2-ish with those breaks in between. So it varies, but usually I'm gonna pull a 10 to 14 hour day every day. And I stay up late and do a lot of that because the kids are asleep. Everything's quiet and I'm not getting interrupted, so I can get it done then. I don't have to worry about like a screaming child in the background or something like that. That's typically my day. You know, go to bed 3, 4 in the morning, wake up at 10, work, eat lunch, which is almost like a breakfast for me. Take that hour, then do 2 hours with the kids, and then work, repeat every day. All right, every mid-arc, they should do one of the old arc content to clear out older tokens. Triax, I think that's a great idea. I wish I could get them on board with that, and I love that. I wish I could get them on board with it, but I do love that idea. It's something that we've suggested before. Once you unlock a ship skin projectile, do they automatically work whether applied to the ship? The new Enterprise skin, for instance, yeah, all you gotta do is unlock it. You don't have to actually apply it, and then that's the only one that's working. So once you get it, you're good. Just make sure you unlock it and then apply whatever you want. They all stack together. They're basically all glorified researches. Scopely, have any ideas to adding skilling to the game? For example, skills you can grind like other RPGs? No, not that I'm aware of. I mean, all you got really there is like your research tree is technically like your tech tree, but it's not the same, obviously, because you don't have like a class system. Like you're not a bard, you're not a barbarian, you're not a monk. So cutting the lawn is a break from working. So usually I'll mow the lawn, like I mowed the lawn Monday morning. I mowed the lawn Monday morning. And then work. So what increases alliance rep? Your turn-ins in your faction store is how you increase your alliance rep. So if you go to this little button here, these 3, the altruism, the bounties, and those are going to give you more rep with your alliance as you turn those in. Having a tree that you can go down but only pick one option for each tier would be an interesting research tree. Fair. You have an alliance rep chart. I don't have one handy on me. No, Draco. I do think that we have one made up in our Discord, but I don't have it on me to put on the screen. The only thing I have on me to put on the screen is that wonderful message from customer support saying you're screwed on Cerritos. Alliance has formed Armada. That's good to know. That's good to know. Finally, I catch you live. What's up? Hey, Fresco, you've been here before. How you doing, man? I'm loving the DS9 arcs. Don't understand the Starbase yet, but I thought about making a video. DJ made a Starbase video, so we try not to like step on each other's toes. And what I mean by that is like me and DJ talked earlier in the week, and I said, hey, I'm doing a video on the espionage, and he said, okay, well, I'll do a video on the Starbase and how the plasma works and how the mining works. So he did a video that same day. It's actually why I encourage people to go watch it. So when I do videos, I'll do a Starbase video, but I wanted to give appropriate time just to kind of give DJ stuff a little bit of a head start, I guess you would say. And the same thing for me, like understand that as content creators, we'll have overlap. Like that's pretty natural. But it just comes down to y'all's personal decisions and like what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go with it. So I'm good with people watching other content creators, but I will have a Starbase video out. My next video is on the officers. We'll go over the math of the officers, how Miles works, show logs, things like that, talk about his value. We'll probably do Kira as well. Kira being, I'm not sure how valuable Kira really is, honestly, especially with the changes. You know, the captain's ability is okay. Decrease critical chance by 2%. It is cumulative. So the issue though is when they changed the epic and rares because of the Gala stuff that we released, it really made Troy more of the go-to officer for that, reducing crit chance by Armada by 50%. But with synergy, she takes him away completely. So if you were to run like Troy Bev, which is a solid Armada run, then you don't even need to think about Kira. So Kira's a difficult one to kind of really go through. But I do absolutely love Miles O'Brien, even after they changed him and fixed him because he was broken when he came out. 450 million from locking around 15 billion. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself when I reach that. Draco, what you can do is log into my account and do the same thing for me. Holy snacks. Congrats. And oh my goodness, that grind is insane. Here's officer build is okay. I wouldn't necessarily say it's great, but it's solid. But like even then, pull it up again real quick. So move it on down. Here's Kira. Dodge, armor, shield deflection, or decrease by 10% of every attack. That's okay. It's not world ending, but it's solid. Yeah, getting Epic Troy is 100% a pain. I agree with you. And if you don't have it, then this crew is designed to be the best Armada crew for Cardassians. That's definitely what you're getting with the DS9 crew. Like, don't make any mistake about that. But it's probably not the best crew, but it is a very good crew. Depends on who's going. And not Bev does remove all the crit. We're talking about Brian. Do you expect more officers to be added to the Cisco synergy group? Yep, I expect more DS9 officers. I mean, DS9 is going to last at least 4 months, right? So. Do you see the DS9 crew with Cisco as captain replacing your standard Armada crew with Riker? No, probably not. Let's look at all here. I guess we're turning this almost into an officer video, but let's go to Cisco. Increases armor, shield deflection, and dodge by total health. This is basically how Bev works, but a little bit stronger, specifically against Armadas. The persistence is key, increases critical hit chance against Armadas by 3% every round, which is cumulative, which is a solid one. Riker long-term can create more damage. This depends on how big of Armada, how many rounds are going off. He's a good officer. It's the captain's ability that we just have so many variations of this though. We have so many mitigation officers in the game. I mean, Zhao is a mitigation officer in the game that works against Armada. 5 of 11, Beverly. These are all mitigation officers that work against Armadas. So he's just not game changing. He's useful, and if you get him, depending on what you have, he can be a very useful run. But there's nothing like uniquely special about him. He's just a combination of other already existing good abilities. Is there a spot where you can see your alliance rep? Yeah, John, just go into your alliance tab. At the very top, it tells you what your reputation is with the alliance. So my reputation is favored. I'm at favored with my alliance right now. I'm at favored. Oh, I noticed that with Cisco and Kira, they use the surname in the espionage event store, but for O'Brien, they use his given name. This seems like a clue. Maybe. As I said, this is a 3-month thing, so clues and everything are going to be a little bit sparse. Be very careful with even the word clue. That's your rep, Jeremy, and you can test that. Like if you go level up your rep, you'll see it going up. That's your rep within your alliance. I'm not going to leave to show it, but like if you leave and jump back in, you'll see. Actually, what I could do is I could pull up my other account, which I haven't put any rep into the alliance because it's only a level 23 account, and that account should say 0 on it. But obviously, the alliance itself has got players active and doing rep. Where did Boba Fett go, or where could she be? Boba is still streaming. I mean, I actually texted her and talked to her this morning, but oof, I've got the bubblies in the tummies. The bubblies in the tummies. Sorry, I'm waiting for this other one to boot up so that I can show y'all this right here. There we go. Boop. So this is the level 23 account. John, Alliance rep is accrued by using the store options in game to turn in Cardassian loot for Alliance rep. All right. Click, 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 because I haven't turned the mission thingy off. And there you go. Alliance rep, 0. No Alliance rep. So, collect all this. Yay. Somebody's still buying packs. That's nice. Yeah, it does look like the Alliance has finally heaved its last hoe. They were a good group. But now, it's all gone. Sad days. It happens. I guess that means Rev's about to be a free agent on server 63. Let's see. I just want to remind all of you, you are awesome. LLP. There we go. How's the new server supposed to reach the milestones for the main storyline event when there literally no one is even close to level 34, 35? So Tanya, all I can really say is that's very specific to like 4 servers in the entire game. And I can see the frustration there, but I'm just going to be completely honest with you. They don't take that level of they don't set up specific events for brand new servers. Everybody gets the same thing. So just for a growing pain point, it's going to be slightly problematic. And it sucks. I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm not making excuses. I'm just shooting straight with you. I'm being blunt. I'm just being honest that they're not going to make special events just for like brand new servers. Like they're not going to manually manipulate them to make them easier for the brand new servers. I agree. It can suck 100%, but give it a couple months when people have leveled up and it'll be a lot easier for a new server to complete. Oh, look, a Troy. I love they're using the animated one in the background. Love it. Let's see. I'm gonna hit this button. Claim. Ticket advancement SLB. Yikes. Let's see. We got all these avatars. Load them up. Rev has got like no avatars unlocked. Fantastic. I do have some frames though. I don't think I have any animated frames. I love the animated frames. Do you know if they are planning to bring alternatives to Strange Tuna for Explorers and Interceptors? They are. They are. There will be more. Here we go. Cat ears. We'll do cat ears with... That works. Or we can just do cat ears with a cat. How about that? How about Worf with cat ears? Look how sultry he looks. Or what about Doomsday Machine with cat ears? Or a cat with cat ears. We'll change it up. They're redundant. How about Klingon cat? Klingon cat. Hey, Chris, how you doing? I really need to go to level 24 on this account, don't I? Click. 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 There we go. Chris, I'm doing okay, man. I am about to hop off though. So I'm going to hopefully try to talk to Eco, check on him, see how he's doing. And I'm going to make that video because y'all said it'd be a good video to make. So we're going to have an extra video today where I talk about this California class thing. So I'm going to hop off and do that. I do appreciate y'all hanging out. If you have any further questions, come join us in the Discord. We'll make sure to get those answered, whether it's me or any of the amazingly awesome people who are there also doing that. Come check it out. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. Thank you so much. Deuce. That's me. Live long and prosper. Stay safe, other Space Cowboys. And we will jump over to Discord and video coming out soon. So hit you with the outro and we're out.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.